Swindell.
I'm going to ask you an easy one, softball. What's been going good in your life, man?
Oh, just getting ready to be a dad, man.
How about that? Come
yeah,
on. How about that?
Yeah, that's
Come on.
that's kind of taken over recently.
What do you think about that?
It's just it's a lot. It's a dream come true, man. I know how I've always wondered if I'd ever be a father, and it's just a lot of things have happened the past few years. Happened fast, got engaged, married. Now we're expecting our first child, a little girl, and I'm terrified and excited all in the same. So
how'd you know it was going to be a girl?
Just we got the results sent, and we were trying to figure that out what kind of reveal thing to do, but we just kind of checked it ourselves, and I filmed Courtney finding out, and just seeing her. I could have gone either way, what I was fine with anything, long as Courtney and the baby are healthy, but seeing her reaction to having a girl it was worth every bit of it. So
you having dreams about it?
I don't think I've had too many dreams. I think she says she is. So I think she had a dream last night. She went in and they told her she was having a boy, and it she
that happened to me. Thought it was a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean we've been to the doctor several times, so hopefully for her sake, I know how excited she is and the stuff she's already purchased. It's a girl.
Are you thinking? Are song concepts coming to mind about the stage you're in now more so than being a dad because no baby yet? But are you like, oh wow, this is like I feel this, so we should write this? Yeah,
I mean honestly, I figured it would be that way. It kind of was that way when I got engaged and stuff. Just these big life moments like this, and finally some happy ones. This is I've definitely written down several ideas and. Just thinking about, we just finished this album, but what's next? And I think a lot of people may be expecting baby songs on this one, but we really hadn't really found out when we wrapped this album up. So that's something, I'm looking forward to, is just sharing that and getting to write some songs about her.
Keeping the name private?
Yeah, for now. So.
Would you like a couple options? Or
I'd love to hear if y'all have any. Yeah,
Bobby with an I.
Not bad.
Bobby with an I.
We got it. Yeah.
Yes, that
Amy
was
Morgan. Yeah, we got some good options.
Have you decided?
I think we have. Yeah, we're probably going to stick to family names and do that. Try to.
I don't hate Cole for a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
wow.
cute.
For a girl.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
We think of you as unisex. How come the name couldn't be?
Yeah, I'll run that by her.
Hey, I was explaining to these guys what.
That's funny.
I can do that with Tim. He's my friend. Who can say he's unisex?
And it's not true.
I just said
Come
they
on.
saw me in a sonogram and thought I was a girl. What's the difference? I go at me first, and I go at Cole. Hey, I was talking about you, Cole, to these guys, and I was telling them you were a legitimate, really good high school athlete.
Yeah.
And they were like, "How did you know?" I was like, "Well, he was a really good football player." So.
Wow. How did you know that?
Exactly. How did I know that? Were you?
I mean, I was all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to a small school. So
okay, but you were good.
That's all I mean, people ask, how'd you get into singing? And it was, I don't know. I've always loved music, but sports obviously were my passion. I played, going to a small school like that, I had to play literally everything, So it was, but looking back too, it's, I went to college and met some buddies that went to these big public schools, and I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have made the team.
What position did you play?
Football, everything. I mean, wide receiver, cornerback. I punted, punt return, kick return.
Yeah, I told you guys.
Dang.
But I mean,
Hey, I went to a school. We had 60 kids graduate, and we were the biggest class.
Wow.
And I played sports, and you know what? I was good on a Class A team, so I was just good.
Yeah, I mean
But would I have been good on a 5A? No.
Yeah, exactly. Aren't you glad we got a chance to play all that, man? That was some of the best times of my life.
Did you ever think you'd play out of high school? If you had a small school?
I thought about it. I had a couple coaches. I'd probably had to, obviously, walked on or been a preferred walk-on or whatever. But I don't know. I think when I got to college at Georgia Southern and saw what college athletes have to do, I mean, it is a full-time job, dude. It's I would have, I don't think I did love it, but I honestly love the games and Friday nights and just every sport. The practice wasn't always the most fun, and I don't know that I would have been committed enough. But honestly, I always say I quit playing sports and started playing the bars, and that kind of led to all this. So,
when did you get your first guitar?
Oh man, sometime in high school, probably 10th, 11th grade. But I loved country, throughout my whole life from a kid on. But you go through these phases, and I just remember like Dave Matthews. I went on this like crazy Dave Matthews kick and had all the bootleg like burnt CDs and just his stage presence was so interesting. And now looking back, I don't know that I know what all the songs mean, but it just, I don't know, it made you feel good. And I think just going through stuff like that, but the guitar, just the way he played it and how far he could stretch his, I mean, it's just crazy to see
fingers?
that. I could never,
Yeah.
I never got that. Got that. As pretty frustrating, but that's when I probably high school really, but didn't start singing until college really.
I just watched about a 6-minute Farm Aid Dave Matthews performance in pajama pants and thinking the same thing, like his hands were an instrument on the instrument.
Yeah.
Because and I don't know if it's like flexibility, but he was playing chords that I could never even attempt to play.
Oh God, yeah, I'm not. I know, a few chords here and there and can strum, but that kind of stuff is just. I think I quit that pretty quickly after trying that.
Do you have a favorite Dave Matthews song?
I don't know. I loved a lot of them. I always
Satellite.
love Crash. There's so many of them. Crash is
yeah.
good, but number 41. I mean, there's a lot of just ones I remember. It's hadn't listened to those in so long, but I bet that'd take you back, like songs do. So
As an adult, I was listening to "And I Come Into You," and I'm like, what? How about that? I was like, how about that?
And we all sing
Yeah,
that.
how about that?
Yeah, just it was fine then. Yeah, now it's 2025.
Like, what the heck were we even doing?
How did he get away with?
Yeah.
Man.
So, what song do people know you for the most at this point in your career?
I don't know that I've had a meet and greet and not been told a "you should be here" story. I think that one, and that's I've been fortunate to have some songs that did great, but that one, and for it to be that one, means a lot to me. I think that's just one that people always mention, and you can just tell you can tell it means a lot to them. And every song's not like that. I don't have many like that, but if I'm going to be known for one, one about honoring my dad, I think I'm good with that. But it's I'm just thankful that other people, I think, hearing their stories honestly have helped me. I say that every night, man. It's pretty crazy.
About to have another number one with "Forever to Me," and not exactly the same, but it's a feeling song.
A life, yeah,
it's a life
that's what I
feeling
meant
song.
earlier. It's like, man, some of these are the most special, whether it's happy, sad. It's just kind of sharing those and knowing that other people, have been right there, and whether it's good or bad. So,
what's your favorite song to perform now live?
To perform, I mean, probably "She Had Me at Heads Carolina." I mean, there's people there that probably wouldn't have been at my show if it weren't for that song, and people waiting on it. So we do that one last. Make them wait around, but it's probably "She Had Me at Heads Carolina." I mean, that's always the biggest reaction, and I don't know, it's crazy to see kids out there just knowing every word, and it takes me back. I mean, when I was that age, that's when I was falling in love with music, 90s country music, and pretty full circle moment with that one. So,
Who's your Mount Rushmore of country artists that you personally loved? 4. So not greatest of all time, because that's tricky and controversial, but for you,
I'd say Randy Travis, Alan Jackson. Oh man, I'm gonna go McGraw. Back in the day, and now still. And then the first concerts I ever went to a lot when I was growing up was Reba. She came to my little town every single year, and the people that opened for her were, Brooks, and there's so many, and just I'm gonna say that because that was the only live music I really got to see was when Reba would come to town. So.
The record comes out June 27th, the full Spanish Moss. You have a song, Spanish Moss?
Yeah.
But you named the record that. Why? Why'd you choose that title?
When we came up with the whole idea, I really, it's a crazy story. We were playing golf down in 30A and pulled up this hole, and my buddy Jordan Minton said, "What's that stuff called again?" And I was like, "Spanish Moss." And I kind of told him this memory about me and my dad, and which is the song is not about, but it's funny how songs start. I told him this kind of special memory I had about Spanish Moss, and we were like, we got to write a song, Spanish Moss, and we kind of changed. It's a kind of a forgotten summer story. It's not about my dad at all, but it just kind of, I remember that back, down near Savannah where he spent a lot of time that he loves, my brothers still love. I just always remember that Spanish Moss, and so I just thought it'd be a cool name for the project and just the whole vibe of the thing. So that's why we named it that.
A lot of songs.
It is for me. That's I think everybody's putting out a ton of music on everything, and this, honestly, the project took so long. I think that's this single, just the as long as it's been on the chart, it's allowed me to really get this album dialed in. And I think, we had 21 that we really loved. And so they said, put them all on there. So
Got a couple more questions for you. I want to talk about the song that's about to go number 1, Forever to Me. And you wrote that, and kind of, was it an idea in your phone? Did it come up while talking? Just kind of go in the weeds about the writing of it.
yeah, I mean, it's 2 years ago. I had a little private gig before the national championship the year, I think Michigan, was it Washington? Yeah. And we were there. I called Graylin James last minute, said, you want to go out on this run? I'm playing a show. We get tickets to the game. Going to be pretty sweet. And he said, sure. Should I call Rocky Block? And I'd never written with Rocky. So we got him on there. We're out in Texas the first night and about to go to bed. And they're like, do you have a wedding song yet? I'm like, no. And, we'd written some love songs, but nothing that really was that special to me. And they were like, well, what, we got to write that. And they said, what do you think of Courtney or something like that? And I remember I said, she's forever to me. And they both like looked at each other and they're like, that's it. And I'm usually the guy I feel like catching those moments, but to say something like that and it just like, well, it was obvious, like, yeah, that's what, we should write. And, that's what we did. So
Will you write a song today?
will I? With you?
No. I'm all booked up. You gotta get on my
I
calendar.
know.
like
I
3
gotta
months in
get somebody.
advance.
I'll have my people
Yeah.
reach out. Yeah.
Will you write today at all?
Today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you leave here?
I'll be putting, ideas in my phone if I have anything, but we're, just kind of doing a couple things. I've got some video stuff for a song I just put out called We Can Always Move On. So I got to go do some of that. And I am looking at writing. I was talking to my buddy Jordan Reynolds earlier and just talking about maybe playing some golf Wednesday writing. That's kind of I love to try to, toss ideas around. That's how Spanish Moss happened. Just on the golf course, no pressure. Just if ideas come out and then you go write them. So.
Are you playing the Chris Tomlin golf tournament?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I've never been able to do it. We've been out of town, so I'm looking forward to that.
I was sure I saw they sent, there's a book and it has all our pictures in it. And it's like, these are the celebrities. I always feel like you guys are the real celebrities. I always feel like people that get me are so disappointed.
Why? I mean,
Can you
people
imagine?
listen to y'all every day? More than me, I guarantee.
No. It's like you're gonna play a celebrity tournament, and Chris Tomlin's a friend of mine, friend of yours, great guy. And if he asks, I'm going to say yes.
Of course.
Because I need him to put in the word for me upstairs. What I mean? He knows. I think he knows Jesus.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure of it.
So he's like, "Can you play?" And I was like, "For sure. It's for a great cause.
Absolutely.
His charity's awesome." And
It'll be fun.
Then I opened the book, and it's like all the celebrities. And there's like 40. I am the least famous person on the whole list. I can't imagine spending all that money to do that, and you get stuck with me.
Nah, I don't think that. I don't think that's the case, dude. I'm happy you're going to
Drew
be there.
Brees is playing.
Oh,
Nick
really?
Saban's playing. Cole's playing.
Oh.
Who do you want? Not me.
Any of those guys.
Okay.
Anybody but me.
If you're into Drew Brees, you want him if you're a fan of New Orleans.
Yes.
If you want Nick Saban, then you probably like Alabama.
No,
if you're a
just-
fan of country
well-
music, you want Cole. If you're a fan of radio,
No,
I
Yes.
want you.
Oh my God! If
Thanks,
you're a fan
Amy.
of
Thank you.
radio,
See?
And podcasting
if you're a fan of the Telegraph,
and dancing.
oh my gosh,
Exactly.
that stresses me out. Like
my wife's a huge fan of that show, by the way.
Dancing with the Stars?
We weren't together when you won that, but that's.
it'd be so funny if she was a super
I've gotten
fan.
to watch a few since then, so.
Yeah, I get so anxious. I'm not looking forward to it because I know people are gonna be disappointed playing with me.
I don't think so. Well, we'll just get in the same group. We'll figure it out.
That also doesn't work.
Yeah,
We
well.
get there and Cole's like, "Who are you again?"
Nah.
I don't know you.
And the Happy Hour Sad Tour kicks off September 4th in Toledo, Ohio, and good amount of dates here, man. You would come back rich.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Oh, crap.
we had a lighter year. We did the Australia thing with Cody Johnson a few weeks ago, and then fall tour is really what we're gearing up for.
11,
So
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's like 20 shows here.
yeah, I'm excited, man. Priscilla Block.
You said light year.
Great.
Yeah, 20.
Well, it has been so far. So we're about to go
okay.
to work and get this album out and play some shows.
Yeah, got to pay the mortgage, right?
Got to, yes.
Yeah. ColeSwindell.com, Priscilla Block, Logan Crosby, Graylin James. The record comes out in June. We'll be sure to talk about that when it comes out. And the song, about to do it again, Forever to Me. Cole, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, always good to see y'all. Thank you so much.
And you're my friend.
Hey, absolutely.
And that's why, guys, I can say stuff and he can say stuff to me.
That like
Right.
he's.
I thought Cole's a unisex name.
So,
It works.
oh yeah, the name
Is it? I've never thought of
I
it
thought
like
you were.
that, but-
Yeah.
Why
And then I
would
made a joke.
That he's unisex.
But we don't always talk about that. in the
Everybody.
studio.
Where is lunch?
So,
I have a question.
Yeah. Ask him whatever you want, Cole.
Whatever
Ask him,
you
yeah,
I'm
want,
joking.
Cole.
No,
I
ask
just
him.
I've caught the tail end of the show right here,
Yeah,
but I
ask
was
him.
just wondering
What's
how's
up?
it going.
Man, it's going good, man.
Good.
How are you?
Hanging in there. See.
Good.
Specifically, what do you want to ask about what, Cole?
I don't know. Just I don't know how to pronounce that. Syphilis.
Yeah.
it.
He wants to know
So what about it?
My buddy Eddie was diagnosed with syphilis recently, and so I just really want to show support to my friend and let others know that, hey, there's people living with syphilis, and it doesn't have to ruin your life.
That's true.
But and you need to be careful and just, if
What
you
about his
wanna-
necklace?
That's what I said. He's hanging in there. It
He is
looks
hanging
good,
in there.
man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Great.
those are some truck decorations that hang in a sack,
So you're
and
This is not necklace.
Yeah, man. Welcome
Yeah.
to the show. Good to see you
Okay,
again,
good
Cole.
to see y'all.
There he is. Everybody, Cole Swindell. Yes.
It's a Bobby Bones show.